Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Eastern Kentucky student gets the chance to represent Kentucky on a national level, and the long-awaited opening of a new Kentucky business is finally here, bringing entertainment and hundreds of jobs.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's 6:32 here. I'm Dakota Makris, and I don't know where I was going with this. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's take it over to Brandon. I'm so sorry. They always are talking in our ears when especially when we're coming up. So I don't know. It's Monday 2.0.
Yes.
So it feels
it's a
like
morning.
It is a morning.
It is a morning.
You know what? Just let me do my thing, Brandon.
Just let you be, right?
Just let me be. I don't bother anybody.
That's right.
I just stand here and I just mind my own business.
That's right.
So it is a morning, though.
It is a morning.
Well, I don't know if you're having a good morning or not, but it is a morning.
That's right. It's a good morning for folks who are getting the skies cleared out, but not necessarily the temperature. Let's take a look at the I-75 at London camera this morning, and you'll see things are fairly quiet down there. Traffic starting to pick up just a little bit here as we cross over 630. 29 to 37. That's our temperature range this morning. 29 on top of Pine Mountain there. 37 in Jonesville and Middlesboro this morning. A lot of low to mid 30s out there, so bundle up. Across the basically southern half of the region, 40 Wichita, 57 Houston, 60 in New Orleans, 55 in Tallahassee, but a lot of 40s from Jackson, Mississippi, up through Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., all the way up to the Big Apple this morning. 54 here at home as we exit dogwood winter today, and seen some more reports of that coming in there where they're in bloom, so I'm not going back on that one this time. So again, we're going to see some frost possible tonight. That's why we've got the question mark there. We'll have to keep an eye on that, see how it plays out and how fast those clouds move in. Rest of the forecast on the way here in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, it's been more than 4 months since deadly tornadoes created a lot of destruction in western and south central Kentucky. One of the hard-hit areas was in Taylor County. Dozens of homes were destroyed and one woman was killed. Our Phil Pendleton talked with workers at a drug treatment facility that had to replace nearly everything inside.
The Sanders Road area hit very hard by the December tornadoes here in Taylor County. And I am told as far as rebuilding and recovery, donations and volunteer groups have been huge in that process. 10,000 volunteer hours were logged helping people recover after the December storms. And emergency officials say tens of thousands of dollars poured in, including $400,000 from one bank alone.
Majority of the insulation and several things from the ceiling actually fell down.
The Lake Cumberland Recovery Center was one facility that lost most of its roof and nearly everything inside. Thanks to volunteers and lots of hard work, it's already serving clients again.
We had countless members from the community come out and help, and it just shows what a great community we have and how when a disaster like this happens, how many people are just ready to jump in and help. And
Cook says what was once a terrible loss has resulted in nearly a brand new facility that'll help them serve people in a much better way.
It's just one of those things, like something really good came out of something really bad. Like it's just been amazing to see just all the support we've had, all the prayers, just everything.
This is a very rural area. A lot of barns were destroyed, farm buildings heavily damaged. I'm told that the Amish and Mennonite communities were very instrumental in helping these farmers recover. In Taylor County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
The Community Foundation of West Kentucky is coordinating help for those that need long-term recovery assistance. Indiana State Police are working to identify a young boy found dead in the woods this past weekend. On Saturday, the boy's body was found off of a road in rural Washington County. Since then, police have been checking area schools, talking to people who live in the area, and following up on tips, but so far, nothing. That's leading investigators to believe this child may not be from the area. They have been getting a lot of tips about a missing child from Virginia named Cody Bigsby, and say they are working with investigators there to follow up.
Obviously, this is a 5 to 8 year old young man. Somebody was taking care of him. He was in somebody's custody and care for his daily needs and for support. And we still haven't received any information about a child that's missing, that hasn't been accounted for, that would match his description. So we're asking for the public's help again to keep this going. Somebody out there either knows and isn't saying something, or just hasn't had the opportunity to see this in the media yet.
Well, if you have any information, you are asked to call the National Tip Line. That number is shown on your screen. Kentucky highway fatalities increased around 3% in 2021 compared to 2020. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's Office of Highway Safety and Kentucky State Police say 806 deaths were reported in 2021. The people who died, approximately nearly 55%, were not wearing a seatbelt. Preliminary numbers indicate that there have been about 175 roadway deaths this year already, which is down 16 compared to the same time last year. Kentucky State Police are searching for a suspect they say was believed to be barricaded in a building in Olive Hill near Carter County. Troopers say when a special response team made entry Monday evening, the suspect was not inside. Well, they say they are checking other locations the suspect may have gone to. They now believe they managed to exit without being seen before troopers had it surrounded. The suspect's father says he owns that building and it's used as a garage. The suspect is not considered armed or dangerous, but they say they would like to serve active warrants on him as soon as possible. We are getting a new look at a Powell County robber who was said to have a weapon. Stanton police shared this picture Sunday night. They say the man robbed the Stanton Shell Mart around 2:30 Friday morning and then ran off. Police also posted surveillance video from the Shell Mart on Facebook. They say the man was at the store without a mask before the robbery. If you recognize the person, you are asked to call Stanton Police. Kentucky State Police is getting ready to start its Cover the Cruiser fundraising during the last week of April. Troopers will park cruisers at various locations and encourage Kentuckians to donate money in exchange for placing a custom Special Olympics Kentucky sticker on the car. The event began in 2020 when the annual Special Olympics Law Enforcement Torch Run was canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. The SoKY president and CEO announced the annual Summer Games will occur this summer at EKU. One Breathitt County High School student will be representing Kentucky on the national level. Alex Zier has been chosen to attend the 2022 Washington Youth Summit on the Environment at George Mason University. He was nominated by his pre-calculus teacher, Penny Turner. She says he hopes this will open the doors for more students in the future.
For some students, that's a little big deal. But Alex's family was very supportive, and yes, I would love to see other students take an opportunity to go outside of, this county or even this state and see what's out there on the national stage so they can, kind of check things out.
Well, Zier will be one of the 100 students going to Washington, D.C. in June. A senior community in Madison County had a very special visitor stop by last month. Rocketman the Llama went to Dominion Senior Living in Richmond to hang out with the elderly and staff members. It looks like everyone thoroughly enjoyed the therapy of Rocketman's company, and now I wonder if he's an Elton John fan. I don't know. I'll have to ask. Well, goats now have their own celebration month in Kentucky. Commissioner of Agriculture Ryan Quarles signed a proclamation declaring April as Goat Month in Kentucky yesterday. Kentucky is home to more than 60,000 goats, which makes the Commonwealth 7th in the nation. Since the late 1990s, the goat production in Kentucky has increased by 500%, with more than 4,000 farmers having goats on their farms. The industry accounts for more than $4 million in revenue for Kentucky agriculture. Well, the long wait is finally over. Today is opening day for Buckys in Richmond. The giant travel center off Exit 83 in Madison County reportedly occupies more than 53,000 square feet and has around 120 gas pumps. Buckys is based in Texas. This is the first Kentucky store to open. 2 more are under construction in the western part of the state. The Richmond store will employ more than 400 people. The store opened very recently at 6 o'clock this morning. An official grand opening ceremony is scheduled for 11 a.m. when you take a road trip. All right, Louisiana native Noah Thompson got a nice 20th birthday present. America voted the construction worker into the top 10 on American Idol last night. Judges then picked 4 others to move on in the competition. So now it's the top 14. Thompson saying Jason Isbell's Cover Me Up during the most recent episode. The next episode is Sunday.
6:41 here on this Tuesday morning. We're looking at temperatures on the chilly side, mid-30s, low 30s for a lot of the area. 37 Jonesville now our warm spot, and 29 on top of Pine Mountain, the cool spot this morning. So bundle up, get those jackets back out. Still going to need them today. A little extra on your coffee meter, and as we go through the breakfast forecast, you're going to see temperatures right there in the low to mid-30s for the most part. A little colder than we've got here on these temperatures. But once that sun comes up, they're going to climb a little bit quicker there as we get into the upper 30s, probably by about 9 o'clock this morning. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. Well, it's almost 6:42 here when we come back on Mountain News this morning.